Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I am Maratib Ali, clinical psychologist and a psychoanalyst. Today, our topic of discussion is internships for psychology students in Pakistan. जब आप बीएस के सिक्स सेमेस्टर तक पहुंच जाते हैं तो आपके पास एक अपॉर्चुनिटी अवेलेबल होती है विच इज कॉल्ड इंटर्नशिप। आप यूनिवर्सिटी से लेटर ले सकते हैं जो आप फिर किसी डिफरेंट इंस्टीट्यूट में यूज कर सकते हैं अप्लाई करने के लिए फॉर इंटर्नशिप्स। Usually in universities at BS level, they ask for their focus is on the history taking. आपने रिपोर्ट बनानी होती है, आपने 5 different disorders लेने होते हैं जिनकी आपने केस रिपोर्ट्स बनानी होती है, and they focus mostly on the history taking. In those reports, you can recommend which therapies can be used. You can, I think, apply testing as well, but most of the focus is on the history taking. So the best opportunities हमारे पास कौन सी available है in Pakistan for internships? आप इंटर्नशिप कर सकते हैं एक गवर्नमेंट हॉस्पिटल्स में, ऑटिज्म सेंटर्स में, इसके अलावा ड्रग एडिक्शन सेंटर्स में, सम ड्रग एडिक्शन सेंटर्स डू ऑफर internships, and you can also apply in private clinical practices of psychologists. इसमें आजकल एक नई टाइप की इंटर्नशिप भी अवेलेबल है पाकिस्तान में विच इज कॉल्ड ऑनलाइन इंटर्नशिप्स, जो कि काफ़ी पॉपुलर होती जा रही है। आई थिंक नॉट वेरी पॉपुलर, आई थिंक जिस तरह गवर्नमेंट हॉस्पिटल्स में होती है, बट स्टिल पॉपुलर। अब सबसे बेस्ट इंटर्नशिप की अपॉर्चुनिटी कौन सी है? इफ आई वुड से कि सबसे बेस्ट जो है वो ऑलवेज अ गवर्नमेंट हॉस्पिटल। द रीजन फॉर दैट इज क्योंकि आपके पास एक वहाँ पे साइकाइट्री वार्ड होता है जहाँ पे आप जाके जब स्टूडेंट से हिस्ट्री ले सकते हैं पेशेंट से, and if you have made any mistake in that, you can ask your supervisor, the psychiatrist or psychologist that is there. If you have any mistake in asking the questions or in the writing the histories. So the best option is always psychiatry ward in a government hospital. So some of the government hospitals they do charge money for it. They charge you to teach the DSM and testing and therapies. But that is okay. They charge very minimal fee, and with that you can actually get experience of working with the client. You can get an actual client, and you can ask them questions. You can learn how to take the histories. If you look at the definition of history of internships, it is actually a practical professional work experience. Uh, you have to apply everything that you have learned in the university over the year, and you have to experience what it's like to actually work as a psychologist, how to deal with the clients, how to take the histories, for example. So the best option I would say is always कि आपको खुद आपने लर्न किया हुआ हो, आप किसी भी इंस्टीट्यूट में जाएं, आपको आपने खुद से हिस्ट्री ली हुई हो पेशेंट्स की। Everybody makes mistake. There is no doubt about that. Whichever you made mistake you have made during history taking, you can just ask your supervisor, which is psychologist or psychiatrist, and they will guide you. And they're very helpful in doing that also. इसके अलावा जब आप एमएस या एडीसीपी लेवल पे चले जाते हैं तो आपने रिपोर्ट बनानी होती है जिसमें आपने एक्चुअल सेशन लेने होते हैं पेशेंट्स पे। Usually some universities ask for 100 sessions, some ask for 150 sessions, and some universities ask for hours, कि कितने hours आपने एक इंस्टीट्यूट पे स्पेंड करने हैं। Usually 300 hours, I think. But in that you have to take the sessions से आपने उसको diagnosis करना होता है, आपने testing करनी होती है और आपने therapies करनी होती है। So the best option again is a government hospital जहाँ पे काफी सारे patients होते हैं psychiatry ward पे. You can get your actual experience with how to deal with the clients, how to take the histories, how to use different psychological therapies, how to do testing. You can actually gain all that experience. And in MS level, they even have this case conferences जहाँ पे आप जाके अपने fellow students से और अपने teacher से discuss कर सकते हैं अपने cases. Whatever you have made mistakes that you have made, they will correct. So इसके बाद गवर्नमेंट हॉस्पिटल के बाद आपके पास अपॉर्चुनिटी होती है ऑटिज्म सेंटर्स की। which is also very good opportunity. आप जाके learn कर सकते हैं जो उनका case form होता है, case history form children को थोड़ा different होता है compared to adults. But you can learn that, and if you have made any mistake again, you can ask for the supervisor. Uh, After that, you also have the drug addiction. Some of the drug addiction centers do offer internships. You can go and learn how to deal with the drug addicts there. It is a very good learning opportunity as well. इसके बाद फिर आ जाती है lastly online internships. I personally do not recommend online internships. रीजन उसकी ये है कि ऑनलाइन इंटर्नशिप्स में आपको DSM और थेरेपीज और टेस्टिंग सिखा दी जाती है बस. इसके अलावा कोई और एक्सपीरियंस नहीं है. यू कैन जस्ट learn it online in the convenience of your home. But the problem with that is you don't actually get an actual work experience. You don't know how to work with the clients. You don't know how to work as a clinical psychologist. If you're choosing clinical psychology, you don't know how to work as a clinical psychologist because they don't give you that experience. And that's really the downside of it, the reason why I don't recommend it. And the other side is if you have paid like more than 1 lakh fee per semester of a university to learn psychology, to learn all the psychological knowledge, to learn DSM, to learn psychological testing, to apply psychological therapies. And 99 of the percent of the time, the university teachers are very helpful. They even you have a WhatsApp connection these days with them. You can ask them any question anytime. In the university, you can just at any time you can go and ask them any question that you might have, any mistake that you might have. You can ask them what to do about it. They will help you. So once you have completed the BS, you get this of you have learned all these things, and then you go to MS and ADC level, and you have learned all these things again in a more detailed level. Yes, but you have learned these things again, and you have paid 1 lakh fee to learn these things. You've taken all those good universities admissions, and you're paying all that fee. At universities, they've hired the very best teachers that they can hire, so you have the best teachers available as well. So after all that, if you go to an online internship and learn exactly the same thing again, and you're paying a large sum of money for that, it doesn't really make any sense. You know, you have already learned that even after graduation, some teachers are available to you. They still teach you. They're still willing to help you. Then do you still need to learn the same thing again? It doesn't really make any sense. So I do not recommend online internships. इसके अलावा आपको work experience भी नहीं मिलता. But that's why I do not really recommend online internship because you have such a great opportunity to learn in the universities, and after that you can learn in such a good, highly esteemed institutes like government hospitals. So whenever your opportunity is available to do an internship, first I would recommend first option must always be a government hospital. That is the best opportunity you're gonna get. That's the best experience you're gonna get, and the best chance you're gonna get to actually deal with the clients. And you can learn yourself how to take histories, and you can once if you have taken, let's say, A+ grade in an internship, and you've taken that grade with the histories and with the reports that you have made with your own hands, that is the best kind of feeling that you can get. You have written yourself all the case histories, you have written yourself the therapies, testing, and with that you get A+ grade. That is the best experience that you can get in an internship semester. So definitely the first option is always a government hospitals. After that, you can also, because they have different requirements, that you have to take a disorder of different disorders, like 5 different disorders. In it, you can use a child's case as well. So which for child case, you can go and do an internship in a autism center or special education center. And there also you have a supervisor which will help you if you have made a mistake, and you will get the very good internship experience how to work with the children. In MS level, you can actually apply the therapies. So very good experience again. So I do recommend that first opportunity should always be government hospital. Then if that is not available, Government hospitals, I would say number one, autism centers, drug addiction centers. If due to some reason, if those opportunities are not available to you, then you could go for a private clinic with a psychologist. The benefit of that is that you can actually get the experience again. Sometimes it happens that they do allow you to take the histories of clients. Sometimes they also teach you. So, with that in mind, I think that should be your second priority. Because sometimes in Pakistan, due to lack of awareness, या ज़्यादा सारे clients नहीं होते psychologists के पास in their private practices. With that in mind, that it should be your second best option. And lastly, online internship. I do not recommend online internships. I think they're just a waste of money because you've already learned that being lack free on the university with the very best teachers who are also very helpful to you. It doesn't even make sense to spend money again to learn exactly the same thing. With that in mind, I hope that will be helpful. I hope you will get a very good internship opportunity. And I hope after all this, one thing I missed is that once you have done all this, you get a job as a psychologist or a clinical psychologist. You can actually get a very good, then you will be able to deal with the clients very effectively because you have already learned how to take histories, how to deal with the clients, how to apply psychological therapies, and internships. With that experience, now you can actually deal with the clients in a very effective way, in an excellent way. And client will also be very satisfied with you because you will be an excellent psychologist. uh, because you have applied all this knowledge and you have learned how to deal with the clients, and now you are an excellent psychologist because of that. So the client will always be happy with you, and they will always want to return to you again and again if they have a psychological problem, and they will recommend other clients as well because you have learned all this thing. And now you are now an excellent psychologist. So with that in mind, I hope that you will get the best internship experience possible, and I wish you the best for the future. And I hope you will become an excellent clinical psychologist. Thank you so much for watching. Allah Hafiz.